Historically, it used to be that family was the only game in town. Parents within a clan, tribal, village context were the only game in town. And over the years, and especially in the last few decades, parents have been completely marginalized as a sector in society. The family, we have corporations, we have governments, we have unions, we have all these, and the so-called charitable sector, which is largely, not only, but the large part of it is basically government funded, the nonprofits and all that. So these have just squashed out the parents. So the parent voice, like parents are not asking for more daycare. It's all these voices, and also the OECD, the World Bank, the Royal Bank of Canada, the World Economic Forum. These bodies are not known to be family-friendly entities. That's not their purpose. They're not about how can we make children have better lives, how can we strengthen families or help. That's not what their purpose is. Family is like a holdout. It's being squished by all sides, and it has no, who represents the family? I mean, unions represent their members, and business organizations represent their members, but who represents the family? Family did not used to be like parents were not a special interest group, but now we've sort of become a special interest group with no organized voice. I mean, the welfare state was created basically to support families and protect them from, unfettered capitalism. So you had, limited work hours and holidays and support for injured workers and pensions and all those things. And you also had the very first direct financial, payout was for widows' pensions. Those welfare state provisions provided direct financial support to families with dependent children and supported the so-called breadwinner dad and the homemaker mom thing, which obviously had problems. But what we're turning from is, instead of direct funding, is you're funding, instead of funding families and children and parents, you're funding services. And services is where corporations or government sector unions or and the so-called nonprofit sector can pick up a lot of cash.